Let's meet your Denver Nuggets starting lineup. At the point, at 5'6", number 8, Jay. Standing 5'11", number 5, Cowboy. Starting in center, 6 feet 7 inches, number 4, Thunder. At power forward, standing 6'2", number 13, the closer. The other forward, standing 6'2", number 7, the Cobra. The head coach for your home team is Mike Malone. Once again, your Denver Nuggets.
We are live in Denver, Colorado, the hometown for the Nuggets for an Eastern versus Western Conference matchup right here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Taking a look at Charlotte. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments, and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
And checking out Charlotte, they've got to be thrilled with the way this season has started for them. They've already got some big wins under their belt, and definitely a confidence booster.
And, you know, I think it was important for them to get off to this sort of start. I mean, they had to prove themselves early. They were going to be able to compete with the big fellas, and they've done that.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Cool Hands is out there with lights out. Then it's the Prophet. Then it's Fresh. And it's Money in at the point. That's tipped. Here's Cowboy. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
Here's Cowboy. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Nuggets did have their problems on the offensive end too, something that's rare for them, hitting the open shot and the mid-range shot and beyond being one of them.
You know, Kevin, how about being last in the league in catch and shoot field goal percentage? I mean, got a good amount of looks that way, but really struggled shooting only 34% in those situations.
And he can't get the first one.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well versed he is as a coach.
He hits the second from the line. And Clifford in his 3rd year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. And he's a Van Gundy disciple, Clark. Was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams, Kevin. 13 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers, Rockets, Magic, and Knicks.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Jay. To the Cobra. 3-pointer. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And so it's Charlotte with it. 6-point game.
probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Ball's knocked loose. And they're running. Here's the prophet. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And now that the seal is broken, maybe their shooting will start to improve.
Yeah, I don't think they really wanted to have as cold a start as they did, but maybe that'll break the ice and they'll move forward in fine fashion from here.
Denver with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte. Jay, the pass to the closer. And he slams that one down.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Again, Doris Burke spoke with Mike Malone. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, the crucial aspect for them in his mind is going to be making things tough inside for their opponent. He said they're physical, they like to mix it up. If we don't respond in kind, they'll push us around and we'll get bullied all game. Back to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that one from another time zone.
You just watch him pull up, always so dangerous.
Tries again, and the layup is up and in. The closer's got his second basket of the night.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
And that one's good, fresh.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And the basket good. 6 points for the closer.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense, Clark, was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to be the guy at the end of the wrong side on that post.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. The kid, he's checked in for Denver. Houdini comes in for Jay. And then for Charlotte, Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for lights out. The Cobra comes in for the prop. And it's Brandon Knight in for money. That is good.
That's his fourth straight make right out the chute. He's setting a pretty high standard for himself here.
Just like you draw it up before you come out.
And Chandler throws it down.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force. And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA. He has the length and quickness to guard ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
Lets it go from deep. And another three for Charlotte.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
At the teardrop, here's the Cobra. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Tell you what, he's 3 of 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Feeds to Chandler. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Houdini passes to the Cobra. No good with the triple. Charlotte trails by 5. Here's Fresh. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort. Chandler's shot. Good. Chandler's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Good.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Three-pointer. And he gets the bucket. The Cobra's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Out to the right wing. Here's the Cobra, and there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
"12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Houdini. Here's Thunder. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Nuggets lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just...
Check it out.